Hello, people. Today we have another piece from our buddy Ernie's collection. Colt automatic caliber 32 rimless smokeless. So this is a model 1903 pocket hammerless. Here's a number 51 on the trigger guard. Serial number on this one is 489754. And then up there on the slide it reads Colt's Patented Firearms Manufacturing Company, Hartford, Connecticut, USA. Patented April 20th, 1897 and December 22nd, 1903. And this is a very attractive pistol. There's the rampant Colt at the rear of the slide. There's Colt's verified proof marking and a number 1. Another inspector probably. This is in great shape. Wow, look at the finish on that mag. So they're both marked Colt 32. One has a lot less bluing. So the reason why we have this two-tone effect here is due to heat treatment. When they first manufacture these magazines, they blue the steel and then they go back and heat treat the top of the magazine so that the feed lips won't damage or crack in a short order. And these are in great shape. Looks like the magazines have been well used, but the feed lips are still in good condition. So it's dipping the top of the magazine in molten cyanide at 1600 degrees and then quenching it in oil, and that process strips the bluing from the surface and they just leave it that way. But it's curious why one was dipped a lot deeper than the other. It's interesting. Alright, I want to show you how to take these guns down. This has got a really cool disassembly to it. This little arrow and the line that it's pointing to suggests that we need to match up that line with the end of this dust cover here. So let's do that. Alright, so when pushing the slide back to that point, or holding the slide, any slide in any position really, it's best to hold it in this position like this so that you can move it back and forth just a little bit and find that right spot. So let's see if we found the right spot. So you're supposed to turn the barrel counterclockwise and then the slide will unlock from the frame. There it is. So you turn it a full 180 degrees and then just let go of the slide and it'll start coming off. Now it's going to stop. The slide's stopping on the hammer. So you got to get it over the hammer and then it'll pull all the way off the frame quite easily. There's the recoil spring and guide. And there's our barrel. This barrel's in decent shape. Oh, look at that. There's our serial number on the underside of the slide. So we know the slide matches the frame. And then there's a letter H, which is probably another inspector or gunsmith. So to put it back together, push it all, see that recess there is where these lugs rotate into. All right, let's look at the frame. Boy, those barrel locking lugs look really clean. This gun was not abused. It has a couple scratches here and there and a little bit of corrosion. But overall, this pistol is in great shape. So you want to get the frame rails and the recoil spring seated into the slide at the same time. There we go. Get it all the way to the rear. Hold it at that sweet point, that sweet spot. Where is it? There it is. Oh, this pistol has a magazine disconnect. I didn't know that. Now here's a box of ammunition that would be consistent with the time period that this pistol was made. This pistol came out in 1928. Well, the model was created in 1903, but this particular pistol was manufactured in 1928, and this ammunition would have been available between 1930 and 1933. 32 automatic is 7.65 millimeter. And here's another box of ammunition from Remington that would have been available in the 1960s. And the boxes are a little bit bigger. So if you notice, the footprint of the box is quite larger, and it's because of how they package them. So instead of being just packed real closely together with no carton, these were put together with styrofoam styrofoam trays. Here's a couple individual bullets I'd like to show you. This one's manufactured by U.S. Cartridge Company, 32 ACP, which of course means automatic Colt pistol. John Browning, of course, invented the caliber, and the earliest ones are all going to have these nickel washed projectiles. Here's one from Peters, 32 ACP. So Browning invented this pistol and the ammunition it accepts. And because Colt manufactured them, Browning allowed the cartridges to be labeled ACP, which means automatic Colt pistol. So this one's an interesting one. This one is the same cartridge that you would see out of this box right here from the 1930s. And if you'll notice, it's marked 32 and 7.65 millimeter, which is kind of uncommon. There wasn't a lot of head stamps that read that way. If you'll notice, this box reads that way, but the ammunition inside does not. It just reads 32 auto. So having ammunition marked with both the inches and the metric is just very, very uncommon. Here's a Winchester repeating arms 32 AC, and it's got a W on the primer, stamped on the primer. Now Winchester is the only company I know that I've ever seen that puts a stamp on their projectile, which I don't know why you would ever do that. I would think that this would cause a slight imbalance in the projectile, but I don't know. If anyone knows why Winchester did that, please put it in the comments below. I'd really like to know more about that. So this one is from Savage Arms Company. It's got a S stamped on the primer, marked 32 ASP. And you're probably asking yourself, what is ASP? Well, it's Automatic Savage Pistol. And is Automatic Savage Pistol just Automatic Colt Pistol? Yep, yeah, sure is. There's no such thing as... I mean, Savage made their own 32 pistols, and they made their own ammunition to accommodate those pistols, but it's nothing more than just 32 ACP. That was just Savage's way of trying to solidify themselves in the ammunition market, which was not really effective. And here's the last round I want to show you. It's a Remington UMC cartridge with a U stamped on the primer. This is probably my oldest cartridge. In 32, of course. Thanks for watching, people. Make it a great day.